Hello beautifuls, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I'm celebrating my 12-month sleeveversary. So this time last year I was going for surgery. Wow, has the year flown by? So much has happened. I'm here today to tell you about what's unfolded, how I've made this work, and all the nitty-gritties behind the gastric sleeve surgery, along with a Q&A answering all your guys' questions. So I've got my iPad here to remind me of some things and for the Q&A and things like that. My start weight was 144 kilograms, which is 317 pounds. I've gotten to my personal goal weight and my current weight is 70 kilos. 154 pounds, 177 centimeters tall, which makes me 5'9". My current phase is weight maintenance, which involves a very active lifestyle. My workouts are anywhere from 5 to 8 or 10 kilometers of speed walking, which is walking as fast as I can. I'm really into fitness now, which is a big change for me, because before I would give any excuse under the sun to not work out. I would circle and circle the parking lot to get the closest spot. If I had to circle it 10 times, you betcha this girl did, unfortunately. But honestly, a question that I get asked a lot is how I feel. And I feel so amazing. I feel so happy with, I just can't believe it. In 1 year, what can happen? Like, you can change your life. In actually the first 6 months was when most of my weight just went, and when I hit 9 months, 10 months, that's when I hit my goal. So I've been maintaining for about 2 months. When gyms open again after the COVID is all settled and everything and it's safe to do so, I definitely plan on doing more toning exercises to get my body more in shape, because cardio can only do so much. Like, it helps with weight loss, but I just want to build some strength. Not only has my physical health improved, my mental health has improved too. Physically, I was on the road to diabetes. I had severe sleep apnea. Like, my physician that I did the sleep study test said that it was one of the most severe cases he had seen. I basically don't even have my asthmatic symptoms anymore. When I was at my heaviest, I was a size 24 to 26, and look, to say how I even felt, I felt just the most disgusting feeling within myself. I was the largest size at Kmart. Kmart was basically all I could shop at. I couldn't go to normal shopping places like Cotton On, Supre, Sports Girl, which I'm loving. I am now a size 10 to 12, and I'm so happy with that. My goal was never to be skinny. I just want to be fit and healthy. And where my BMI is now, my body mass index, is right in the middle of healthy. So basically my surgeon's team does not want me to lose any more weight. I've already surpassed their goal and everything. And I feel so great that I can just walk into any shop now and not just buy what fits me, but what I actually like the look of. And I'm discovering my style. I don't have limitations anymore. Like, I used to have this big hump on my neck and I've lost it. So now I can actually wear tops that have a low back. Now I've got on this little cute little thing that I never used to wear, like a knotted shirt in the past. Like, I just didn't have the confidence. Honestly, I wish that I did. I still wore like a high-waisted bikini to the beach because I wanted to try and get myself out of my comfort zone, but I didn't feel good. I didn't feel confident, and I felt so judged. And it's just such a freeing feeling now to not have to feel like that anymore. Although I do have to pay the price of loose skin now. I've got probably about 5 kilos of loose skin on me. Here, stomach, arms, I am looking at getting surgeries for loose skin removal to restore my body to what I was born with, what I'm meant to be like, and so that I can see the full results, all the hard work that I put in, so I can see my body, like, actually see it without all these layers. What I have now is a repercussion of having so much excess weight on me. So basically I've lost more than half of me. I've lost 74 kilos. So I was carrying an extra person. I love that I'm actually able to go on long walks now, not just get to the corner of the street and be like practically dead. I can go on beautiful scenic walks. I love taking time and finding places to explore. Obviously I can't do that right now, but with the lockdowns, but in the future I'll be definitely doing that with my partner, Will. He's so amazing and so supportive, and we really balance each other out and motivate each other. So if I'm lacking motivation, which I don't always, people seem to think that I always have motivation, but honestly I don't. I have my days. Mind the banging, I don't know what the hell is going on outside. When I'm lacking motivation, he brings me back up. Actually come for workouts with me, and I do the same with him. It's such a healthy relationship, which I haven't had before. I'm just so thankful to you, my puddings. Thank you so much for everything that you are and that you do. I love you so much. Being looked upon as an inspiration by you guys, like, makes me feel so amazing. I never thought that I would be here today with my health back, you know, looking healthy as well and reflecting it, and my face, you know, everyone comments on my smile and the glow and everything. And you know, when I was 144 kilos, my lifestyle was very different to how it is now. I love helping people, and one of my biggest goals is to help as many people as I can, no matter what weight you're at, whether you're trying to lose weight, maintain weight, build on your fitness, whatever it may be. I want you to know that I am here. I am wanting to actually help you, work with you, and just support you, like girl to girl. If you're a guy, you're welcome as well. Feel free to DM me on my Instagram at Cutting Carbs Carmen. I will always respond. We can support each other. Hopefully you can learn a few things from what I've gone through, and you can do it too. Honestly, if I can do it, I never thought that I would be here where I am now. And if I can do it, honestly, anyone can. Anyone, you can. You really, really can. Not gonna lie, sometimes I do check myself out in windows and things like that, because I can't believe my reflection. Back a year ago, I didn't want to look in the mirror. I didn't want to look in the windows. I avoided all of that stuff. But now it's like, wow. A common question I get asked is, do I still have that, what's it called? I think it's called like fat mind or something, where you think like you're still big. Honestly, yes. I sometimes do still feel like I am that 144 kilogram girl, but then I look in the mirror and I'm like, no, that's not me anymore. Like, I've made changes, I've stuck to it, and that is in my past. Bitch, you ain't ever coming back. This is a journey for life. The common questions that I get asked, I will go through them, and then I'll go through the Instagram Q&A and the Facebook Q&A, and some people that I'd really like to thank, and just some really critical information that I think you should know, especially if you're going to undergo this procedure. So common questions I get asked are things like, what do you think helped you reach your goals, and what did you do? I think gastric sleeve surgery was definitely the tool that I needed. So I've tried everything. As you can go back on previous videos, I've tried Light and Easy, Crystal Breeze's Fit for Life meal plan, dietitians, personal trainers. I've done any diet basically that you can think of, and nothing worked. It would work for a bit, then I'd gain more, and it was a vicious cycle. But this tool, it's very important though that this tool you take seriously, because the way that I saw this tool, I think it's about perspective too. The way that I saw this tool was, I have to make it work. It's like any tool. You get given this tool, but you have to work with it. It doesn't do the job for you. Like, there are people out there I've heard of that will go to Macca's and blend up their burger so that they can still drink it like post-op. Like, that's not going to get you to your goals, unfortunately. So me working with the tool, keeping my liquids up, eating balanced. I focus on low carb, high proteins. I think that's a big thing. Working out, exercising, actually putting in all those efforts and implementing that into your lifestyle, changing from being a couch potato to actually getting out there and exercising, even if it's just walking. I started off very slow, so I started working out about a month after surgery, and it was only like about 1 kilometer, and I walked not very fast at all. And then I built up as the weeks went past. I would make it 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, up the speed, do more, go more hilly walks. And by a few months time, I was doing 3 to 5Ks, and I did 5 to 7Ks, and walking as fast as I can, getting my heart rate up to like 160, 170 basically. So it really is something that I saw it as, I have to make this work. This is my last chance. And I truly think if you look at it like that and you give it your all and you're persistent and you're dedicated, nothing will get in the way. Like, you know what you want. I knew what I wanted. I was very thankful for the opportunity, and I didn't let anything get in my way, and I did everything that my surgical team told me to do. Like, there's no secrets to it really. It's, you do need to be disciplined, but I allow myself treats. I'm not just all strict. Like, for the first 3 months post-op, 3 to 4 months, even 5 months, I didn't touch any sort of junk food whatsoever. But then at around the 4 or 5 month mark, I started having a bite or 2 bites of, dessert or something, like a donut. Pardon me. So I allowed myself to have a bite or 2. Damn, did I savor those bites. It's all about balance, basically, at the end of the day, and burning more calories than what you are consuming to be in a calorie deficit so that you can lose weight. That was a very long answer. I'm sorry, but I hope that helps. I'm trying to make this very informative because it is a 12-month post-op video, and I want just like everything, just like I'm sure you want, like you're watching this video, to get all the ins and outs and everything that you need to know. And that's what I want to put into this video, all of my knowledge, all of what I've gone through and experience and journey. Why did I go with the gastric sleeve? So it's basically, like I said, I tried everything else. There's also questions I get asked, like, why didn't I get the lap band or the bypass? So for me, I went through Professor Peter Noddle at the Avenue in Windsor. I highly recommend him. He is great bedside manner, very friendly, comforting, and he knows his stuff. I'm telling you, he knows his stuff. He has given me a new lease on life back. He suggested for me that the gastric sleeve was the best option. He said the lap band is kind of like more older school, like it's more back in the day, and you have to get it pumped up, and there's a lot more maintenance, and the bypass is more severe, like they're bypassing your stomach. How do you get started? Well, you go to a GP, preferably a GP that has known you for a while, and you just ask for a referral. So do your research into surgeons. If you're from Melbourne, I do really recommend Professor Peter Noddle. He has great reviews. Do your research online, and when you're comfortable with a surgeon, just get a referral. Pricing wise, I paid about 5,000 to 6,000 out of pocket. My private health insurance with Medibank covered the rest, which I think was about 15,000. So I think overall the surgery costs about 20,000. Healing, pain and complications. Honestly, my healing was pretty good. I was in bed for about a week after the surgery. I was very tired. I had no energy. And even like the day of my surgery, I had it at 6 a.m. I wasn't fully awake until like 8 p.m. My period came early, which is a thing, so bring some pads with you. Pain wise, I was very lucky. I honestly didn't get much gas pain or any pain, and I've had 0 complications. The only thing is probably a bit of hair loss. Like my forehead is quite like bigger than it used to be, so I think I've lost some hair around here, but my hair's quite healthy and thick still. I think it's always been thick. That's a common question as well that I get asked. And I do take supplements. I take Nature's Way supplements. They're all gummies, So I take them at night time like a little treat dessert. So I take 3 of the women's multivitamin gummies, 2 of the hair, skin and nails, and 2 of the chocolate ball probiotics. Honestly, I think I know they have been doing their job. They're very affordable. I found the ones that the surgeons recommend, the BN multis, taste really bad. I could not stomach them, in all honesty. Like, I'm sorry, but I could not stomach them. Like, I'm very raw and honest, as you can see throughout my entire journey. So I really do recommend Nature's Way. When I had my bloods done, everything came back very good. Like I said before with my diet, that's another question that I get asked a lot. It's basically high protein, low carb, hence cutting carbs Carmen on Instagram. So when I make my meal, it's half a cup basically all up per meal, and I'll have that about 3 to 4 times a day. About 3/4 of my meal is lean proteins like chicken or beef or kangaroo, fish, eggs. A lot of it's protein, and then the rest is veggies, like low carb veggies, like salad is a quick and easy go-to. And I just flavor it with little like Mexican spices and little chili sauces, like low calorie sauces, or just a little bit of my favorite dressings. And the last most common question I get asked is excess skin. It does suck, it really does, because it does bring my confidence down, because you know, you work so hard to get the weight off, and then it's like, bam, okay, weight's not an issue anymore, but this loose skin is. But in saying that, I'd much rather have this loose skin than be 2 me's in my body. It can always be removed. It depends how severe it is. Like, for example, I would have to bulk up my arms with like massive muscles to better fill in this. And like stomach wise, I can't really do workouts to tone up with the amount of excess skin, for example. But sometimes you can be lucky and you have minimal loose skin, you work it out and tone up, and it fills it up with muscle. Otherwise, there are a lot of avenues you can go down. I'm pretty sure Medicare and private health insurance can cover a big bulk of that amount as well. You just have to maintain your weight loss for 6 months to be eligible. Okay, so now the part that you've probably been waiting for, the Q&A, questions and answers. So first I'll start off with Instagram. Oh no, I just changed my top. Okay. So let's get started. Outback Govey 94 asks, did you receive any negativity from anyone in your life for having the surgery done? There were a few people, like family and a couple of friends, that questioned if it was the right thing for me because I am only 23. I was supported throughout my journey. Honestly, no. A lot of people I know hide it from people because they're not sure how they're going to react, and I've heard of some people being very nasty about it and saying it's the easy way out, which, mind you, it is not. I did have this one person on this anonymous app that I have where you can ask anonymous questions throw this whole spiel at me about why am I doing it and being very negative. Apart from that anonymous person that didn't even have the balls to question me with your real name, no, I haven't had any negativity. I'm very grateful for the support that I've received from my family and friends, along with this online community on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Like, I love you all so much. I thoroughly enjoy watching you guys on your journeys and the love that we give each other and support. He or she asked 2 questions. What was your biggest hurdle to overcome? Damn. Let me think. Honestly, I can't really pinpoint one single hurdle. It's like there's so many challenges. It mentally is like a game too, like it mentally plays with you. But some things are like, you know, my eyes being bigger than my belly, getting used to the half a cup, like my first day post-op, realizing a teaspoon of liquid made me feel full was like, wow. Definitely motivation would probably, yeah, be my biggest hurdle, because it's not something that you just have, like you have to kind of make it happen. You have to make yourself have it. I need to stay dedicated. I need to make myself dedicated daily and keep persistent and keep putting in hard work and the hard yards, because you get what you give. Honestly, throughout this journey and any journey that you go through in life, you get what you put in, and what I've put in has gotten me to where I am now, and I am more than happy with that, and I'm proud of myself. And I've learned that, you know, if I can do this, I can do anything. Like some people like to crush your dreams and say you can't do this, you can't do that, but it's like, why can't I? You know, like, I was my biggest enemy. Like, we're all our biggest enemies. I thought I would never lose the weight, I'm just gonna be like so unhealthy and die young. But it's like, look at me, like I did it, and yeah, you can do it. Rachel's Canlon Fitness asks, how's your hunger levels 1 year post-op? I'm coming up to my 1 year also. Exciting times, girl. Love her. It is exciting times, girlfriend. I'm so happy for you. Happy 1 year. Like the last 4 months or so, I do feel hunger now. But once I have my half a cup, I'm satisfied. So I'm still satisfied. Sometimes it's more like, so 3/4 of a cup, which I think is normal. Mark me if I'm wrong, at the 1 year mark, for it just to go up a little bit. Usually at my half a cup, I'm satisfied. Paris Lundstrom has a couple of questions. Are your bowels smelly? I love you, girl. Honestly, yes, but in saying that, TMI, they always have been. Like, I've always had pretty shocking bowels. So yes, they are, but I don't think that's a result of the surgery or anything. When did you start losing fat or weight from your belly? Also by Paris Lundstrom. Okay, so honestly, that was a hard one, because I had a very big stomach. That was where most of my weight was, and it was hard because that was one of the last areas that I noticed a big change in. Like, it was one of the last areas that I noticed. But once I started noticing and seeing the changes in my stomach, like once it reached that level, that's when it went down and down and down from there. And I was just like, yes, like I hit that moment, and you will too, where you'll notice, oh, this has changed, and it just keeps changing from there. It's amazing. A lot of them have been answered with the common questions, but I'll answer one more. So Outback Govey 94, did your self-confidence improve? And yes, 100% it has. Still have my moments, of course, I think everyone does, but overall, I'm content. And I think a lot of it has to do as well with the people that are around you, who you surround yourself by. I have great friends, great family, an amazing partner. I couldn't have hoped for a better partner, or a better dad, or my partner's mum, who is now my mum. Couldn't have hoped for better. But I'd love to say a big thank you to my friends. Layra, she has a YouTube channel as well. I will link it below. She is one of my longest friends. We have been friends for over a decade, and girl, I love you so much. Thank you for always being there for me. Guys, you should go check her out. She is very entertaining. She is a girly girl like me. Her editing skills are like, mine are like bam bam, but hers like good. My friend Haley, although we are in different states, like you say, we're only a message or a call away. I met this girl back in high school, and she was my first friend when I moved to Tassie back then. My main friend from that school now. I love you so much as well. And Anna, who has lost all her weight around the same amount as mine, or actually more, naturally. I will link her Instagram down below. She is amazing. Like, she's so dedicated. She is just, I look up to you. I look up to all of you three of my good friends, and I really hope we can be friends for the rest of our lives. And a big thank you to the two most important men in my life, my partner Will and my father. Dad You are one incredible man and father, and I couldn't have asked for a better dad, you know? Like, you have been there through me, through my best and my worst, and you supported me with this journey. You helped financially for me to be able to afford this sleeve, and you were there when I woke up. You were there through everything, and you are still here. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And to Will, my partner, my puddins, you know, you two men are the best men that I could ever ask for in my life. Will, you love me like no one else ever has, and no other relationship can compare. And I will love you for the rest of my life and look after you and cherish you. Now time to some Facebook questions. Storm B. Is there restrictions on what you can eat? Like, did you have to cut out all junk food, or could you still eat bad foods? So with the gastric sleeve, there are no restrictions. I know with the bypass, you can get dumping, which is where you have to go to the toilet straight away, basically, if you eat sugars and foods like that. But there's no restrictions, but honestly, I would say definitely use your gut instinct and use your mind. Like, every decision that you make, every step that you take is going to bring you closer or further away from your goal. So you can have treats, that's so normal, but keep it as a treat. It's just all about balance throughout every stage in life. Everything in life is just about trying to keep that balance. You don't want to go too healthy where you're having no treats, but you don't want to go like all junky like I was at 144 kilos. Just finding a nice balance. Storm again, do you have to be a certain weight before they can do the operation? Yes, so you do have to be a certain BMI, body mass index. Look, I could be wrong, but I think it's 30 or 35. I think 30 is the absolute minimum. Like, you have to be at least 30, but if you're 35, then you're pretty much definitely going to get it. My BMI was 45. Maddie S asks, do you have problems with eating now? Do you have any regrets? Any big risks with the surgery? I don't have problems with eating now, apart from I accidentally eat too much sometimes. The body actually naturally makes you throw it up because it just can't take it. 0, 0, 0, 1,000 million trillion %, I have zero regrets. If I had have known this and where I'd be now, I would have done this when I was 18 if I could have, honestly, because I have been overweight most of my life, like from like primary school, like prep. Just like any surgery, there are always going to be risks. I definitely say the pros outweigh the cons. The heavier you are, the more risk there is going under anesthetic, but as long as you're with a good surgeon and everything, and anesthesias, like, don't even rely on me saying that word. That's what their job is. That was about $1,000 for the you know what I mean. I remember when I was very scared of vomiting, basically, and it did happen. Like, the first time that I drank a bit of broth in the hospital, I did vomit. I thought, oh my gosh, like, is my stomach gonna burst? Like, but it was just like a froth that came up, and it was nothing really, and it didn't cause any problems or anything like that. Lisa Marie F asks, what sort of hospital cover did you have? I'm in Australia too. How much time did it take to recover? Did you need a lot of help during your recovery? What is it like for you now, this long post-op, in terms of how it affects you day to day? Thanks, lovely. I have top cover with Medibank, so everything's covered and there's no hospital excess. They're very good. It took me about a month, well, 3 to 4 weeks to recover, but by week 4 I was able to get a lot of energy back and like start exercising and everything. I'd say take a month off work, or at least, everyone's different, you might get away with 2 to 3 weeks. I did need quite a bit of help during my recovery, especially that first week. I was bedridden, laying in bed, getting up for those little walks that you're supposed to do just around the apartment. Honestly, it's helped me to implement a healthy lifestyle, basically healthy things. It affects me in a good way, basically in a positive way. Like, you know, I eat a certain portion and I'm satisfied, you know, and just as long as I pick the right foods to eat and don't have too many treats, which can be a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. This surgery has definitely changed my life for the better. It is not like a pain in the ass or anything. I prefer eating smaller meals and feeling satisfied. Like, it saves money. I have two go-tos when it comes to meals. I either make a crusket with like some cream cheese or some dip or something, and then some Vegemite. Just put whatever you want basically. I know it's a bit weird combination, so some of you might not want that, but you just put, my main focus is I put like ham or like turkey on there, sliced turkey, spinach, kale, some hot sauce, and it's a perfect portion, so quick and easy to whip up, and like it's so cheap. Or otherwise, my other thing that I do is I cook like meal prep, so I'll cook like a few days worth like in the slow cooker or something, and basically then I have a few days worth of meals that I can just access anytime that I want to. It's very easy and convenient, and it's all made, so, which is awesome. And again, it's focusing on proteins. Honestly, I don't get very fancy. Like, it's like if I make a meal, like for example, I might make a meatloaf, which is Mum's recipe. Thank you, Mumsy. That she taught me recently, and it has like bacon and turkey, chicken, egg, breadcrumbs. Instead of breadcrumbs, I put cauliflower rice. I do that and I put it in the oven, and they'll last me a few days. And yeah, so it's just really, I focus on proteins, like getting in the meat. So I just like literally, if I like, I'll get a drumstick and eat the drumstick and have a couple of bites of salad. Like, it's just very simple. Like, I just simply stick to the simple things in life. The best things are simple. Kind of rambling now, so I'll go to the last frequently asked question, which is how it affects my romantic relationship. So before Will, I was with my longest relationship, 1.5 years, and we were basically very unhealthy for each other in the aspect of we were both feeding into each other's negative lifestyle habits, like lazy, technology ridden, junk food ridden. So we fed into that and encouraged each other. When we broke up was basically, my surgery was not long after that, and I felt like if I had stayed with him, it would have pulled me, like I would have been very tempted, like with the foods that he was eating and things like that. But then I met Will about halfway into my journey, so about 6 months in, because we've been together for about nearly 7 months now, going on to 7 months. And he said that I've actually helped him with his lifestyle, which is so good. I'm so happy that I'm able to, you know, be a positive influence, and he, just like he is for me, and he loves me for who I am. Like, he accepts me loose skin, or like, I feel like most men would like run away, but you know, he tells me I'm beautiful all the time, and he hasn't judged or criticized me for the surgery whatsoever. He accepts me for who I am, and he supports my decisions. He comes for workouts with me. He eats the balanced meals that I cook. So we're both very, I know everyone says we're good for each other, and I honestly totally agree with that. So yeah, so if you have a partner that, I know a lot of partners can be very like, why are you doing this? Or like, you know, I don't like the idea of it. Maybe just give them information and slowly bring them up to the idea of it, and explain to them why, like, you know, you've tried everything else basically. Reassure them that, you know, they might see it as a threat, maybe potentially. So reassuring them that it's not a threat to them. You're doing this for you, to benefit yourself, your health, so you can be there for them and spend longer time in your life together. So you're on this earth for longer basically, and living your best version, best life, best you. That is all for my Q&A. I just wanted to mention that, so I am maintenance stage now, and in the next few months I'm looking at getting loose skin removals like I mentioned previously. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and this is what I'm like 12 months post-op. You're probably so used to seeing a different me. I don't know, like it's really weird, but I know it's weird looking at myself right now on camera, like how I look, and then going back to older videos, like it's just like literally I feel like a different person, like externally. But thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your love and continued support, and you know, I just really appreciate it. And I will show you now a full version of me. I'll move this camera around. I'll show you what I look like currently. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys all so much. I hope you stay safe during these unpredictable times. Look after yourselves and stay beautiful, stay blessed. Girls, boys, men, women, don't let anything stop you from getting what you want. Reach those goals, go get them, never give up. Mwah.